What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void Horror Podcast. My name is Alex, and today we're going to do something a little different. I actually picked up the Demons 1 and 2 from Arrow, and I wanted to kind of do an unboxing, a review of it, and talk about some of the features and things in it. It's unfortunately, you cannot purchase it right now, so it was an overwhelming success. But let's get into it. So this box set is pretty awesome. I actually have the Synopsis 1 and 2 of Demons. It came in the steel case. I put the thing on the back here. I bought these initially for like $50 a piece. That's how big of a fan I am of Demons 1 and 2. If you've never heard of Demons 1 and 2, these are movies that are put together and directed by Lamberto Bava, who is the son of Mario Bava, famed horror director. And man, these are some of the best movies from my childhood watching these. Now, I don't have a whole lot of 4Ks, so I'm not like an aficionado on 4K, but I will say that this set looks absolutely phenomenal. Part of the reason that I actually ended up picking this up is because it has HDR. And I am a huge fan of HDR. If you're a 4K collector, HDR is by far the best way to go if you're going to watch in 4K. It really makes the darks and the blacks look perfect. They did a really good job on this. Now, there is a couple of things. I guess they had some sort of audio issue. I actually experienced my own, and I'll be going over that shortly. So what is Demons, for those of you who don't know? Well, Demons is an 80s style movie that is very akin to, a lot of people call it like zombies meets aliens sometimes. In part 2, it gets pretty weird with the blood. But essentially the first movie is about a group of kids who go to see a movie at the Metropole. They get one of these boys, and it's a free pass to go see a movie. Who wouldn't want to go see a horror movie at the Metropole? So they go to the Metropole late at night to go see this premiere of this movie, and all hell breaks loose. Literally, people turn into demons. If you are scratched or bitten, you will also turn into a demon, and lots of blood and crazy antics ensue. Some of the design and makeup effects in this movie are just bananas, and it is a hell of a ride. Part 2 being no exception, except this time, instead of being locked in a movie theater with a bunch of demons, people are locked in a apartment complex high-rise with a bunch of demons. And they sort of add to the lore in this one that if you kill a demon, its blood spills onto the floor and burns all the way down. Aliens. So their blood is pretty fucking toxic, and if it gets on you, well, these movies, when I was a kid, were amazing. I remember going over to a family friend's house for a barbecue or a picnic or birthday or something like that, and the neighbor kid said, "Hey, you want to watch some horror movies?" And I was like, yeah. Little did I know what I was in for, but I watched Demons 2 first. And that might be why that's probably one of my favorites of the two, just because of the nostalgia factor. It is just insane what happens on the screen. There is so much insane practical effects that you will just have your mind blown. Plus, there's a lot of meta stuff going on in both of these movies. So if you've not seen these, what are you waiting on? Italian cheese, gore, practical effects, meta, demons? Yes, please. Let's open it up. So as you can see, it has both the movies on here, and they have this kind of bothers me. Okay, I understand what they were doing, but I would have much rather them just put the slipcase and put the cardboard around it so that it could sit in it, and instead of these things on here, because I like to keep the back, because another issue with this one is once you get this off, it splits open, which is kind of a cool novel thing, right? You're like, oh, that's really cool, you know? Two pieces come off separately. These are what holds the internal contents together, which I'll tell you about an issue with that a lot of people had. When you put this on the shelf, say you just put this is the wall, right? When you pull this out, oh shit, all the contents are going to fall out. Now, part of the reason I think that they did this, and this is a lot of people's complaint about this collection, I think that they wanted to put together a collection that is a front-facing piece, because a lot of people in their collections, they'll have some front-facing pieces like mixed in with their regular back face, so the spine is hanging out. And, you know, just to kind of make their collection look nice. And I think that's what they were going for when they made this. And they weren't really thinking about the usability of pulling out a thing from the spine. So it may be best just to have this on the shelf like that. I still like the ingenuity that they had here with this cover. I think it's pretty cool, but still, it is a pain in the ass. Plus, not to mention these stickers on the front, which as soon as you open them up, they're going to come loose. And as I mentioned, I like to keep the thing on the back there to show me what is all the extras, so that if I want to peruse this later and check out all the features, it's in there. Now, what's up with this? What do we get? We get a booklet that has a lot about the print that they put together and some of the history on Demons 1 and 2 and Lamberto Bava. Pretty interesting read if you're into that kind of stuff. It's always good to know how the print came about and what happened with it. They also include a reversible poster, which this is by far my favorite side. The colors just pop. Purple and green are just dope. But they have the Demons 1 on the other side, which is pretty cool. I'll probably put the Demons 2 up somewhere just because it looks so cool. So not only do you get the book, but the poster that comes with it. You also get your ticket to the Metropole, which this one, I have other versions of the Metropole from all the different, you know, versions, like the Synopsis release that they had for theirs had the ticket in it and also had a birthday invitation to the girls' party in part 2, which was pretty cool. But this one is the shiniest one that I've seen. And I honestly think this is probably one of the best ones I've seen. The other ones didn't have this sheen to it, so I kind of like that. It doesn't have anything on the back, but, you know, this is your ticket to go see Demons. It also has some filler stuff just to let you know about their upcoming stuff. And then we've got both sides here that open up in the middle to both discs. Now, these are just the 4K discs. You're not going to get any of the Blu-rays with it, which in my opinion is fine, because I have not only the DVD, but the Blu-ray. I think I even have the VHS somewhere and the 4K now on both of these. You know, I kind of like the original covers, to be honest with you. And, you know, they do give you some of that, you know, with underneath the CD tray, which is cool. But I'm a fan of the original artwork, and I do like the new artwork too, but it's just, I wish that they had the original artwork on the covers sometimes. But now, onto some of the audio issues that I've encountered. One of my own and one that has been announced. As you can see here, we got Demons 2 audio announcement. And it says, it has become to our attention that our Demons 1 and 2 ultra high def and Blu-ray releases have an incorrect audio listings for Demons 2. Whilst the package mentions both 5.1 and stereo English and Italian audio tracks, the English stereo mix has been authored as Mono 2.0. During the restoration work on this title, we attempted to locate the stereo mix materials, but none could be sourced from the licensor or elsewhere. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience with the incorrect description, but you can still access stereo down mix by selecting 5.1 mix, an authentic reproduction of the original 4-channel Dolby stereo mix that would have been experienced by audience at the time of its original theatrical exhibition. So a little bit of a bummer there. Now, the other thing that I had an issue with, and it's kind of a minor gripe, I did write Arrow about this, and I've not heard back from them. I was hoping to put this video up sooner than I did, but I was waiting on their response to see if they had anything to say and if there was any kind of replacement disc. But on this Demons 2 disc, the menu, and this is something I'm curious about with you guys, if you had this too, but on the menu of the Demons 2, the music is so peaking. It's like they accidentally bumped the volume slider, and then the limiter, the brick wall limiter fucking cancels out some of the noise, but it still sounds like really screechy noise. And at one point, if you watch the menu music, it actually sounds like another song's playing in the background simultaneously with it. So it's really confusing. Now, I haven't found any other audio issues with any of the movies or anything, and if it's just in the menu, I mean, it sucks, but have you guys experienced this? I would really love to hear from you. All in all, I mean, ultimately, I just wanted to get these in 4K, and maybe somebody else will be putting out a 4K version. These are all new scans, by the way. Some of the audio, I think, was bounced around, but it is in 2160p UHD Blu-ray. Both films in Dolby HDR 10, which I love. Obviously, the packaging, the 60-page booklet, and the double-sided fold-out poster. Exclusive mystery sneak preview movie ticket that is included in there. Pretty much everything else is archival and has been, talked about. I don't know that they have any new interviews or anything like that. Although they did rework some of the English and Italian subtitles. So if you like to watch the movie in Italian, me personally, I'm just an English dub guy for these types of movies because that's how I saw them. So the nostalgia factor's there. They do have some people from the Hells Bells podcast talking about the movie in a new segment that they put in there in Demons 1, by the way. In Demons 2, they have new audio commentary by Travis Crawford and all the regular stuff that they would put in it with too. But all in all, I would say this is a pretty fairly decent release. I mean, just seeing these movies in 4K was really what I wanted. I mean, I've devoured every bit of trivia and behind the scenes stuff I could about Demons, so I love this. But just seeing it in 4K is really the thing I enjoyed. And I bought this for about $65 on Zavvi through Arrow. So Arrow distributed it to them, and then they distributed it to me and sent it overseas. So I'm probably going to be a sucker and buy the next one if they have some extra stuff in it. But the prints on these, people have been raving about, so I enjoy it. I think it looks pretty damn good. Did you enjoy it? Did you pick one of these up? I would love to hear your thoughts and complaints or anything about this set. So let me know. Now, as I mentioned, this is, of course, sold out everywhere. I don't know that they will be doing another reprint, so I'm kind of glad that I got it. But odds are they probably will because it was so successful. So maybe it's just a matter of time. I don't know. Maybe their licensing deal only allowed for a certain amount. So sometimes it's good if you see these things to pick them up right away because it takes a long time for these to come out, and I'm surprised. But I guess we're hitting that bumper now for 4Ks where everybody's doing it because they've upgraded and they are doing everything they can to do these prints, and they're pumping them out. I'm seeing a lot more than I normally would, and I'm picking up the rarest ones as I can because I know I want to be future proof, even though I know it sucks. But the good thing is at least most of these are region free for now. But that's it, guys. I just wanted to share it with you. I'm not going to be getting rid of the old Synopsis releases, the Blu-ray and the DVD. When I love a film so much, I just got to have them all. So I just keep them and in my set, so that way in any eventuality I can watch it on DVD or wherever. If I ever had the money, I would buy a 35mm print of this movie and played in a theater. Both of these movies, really. Got more stuff coming up, some reviews. I got my haul coming, so stick around. I'm playing catch up from the last few months because of the whole new year, and our top picks and everything really set me back a little bit. So bear with me, stay tuned, and long live the void.